Hey guys, Angry Old Man here. Well, I had my long run, or my second AT run of the week today. Went up to the bridge in Bridgeport and started out with a little warm up on the indoor track. Cranked out a mile. Then I jumped on the treadmill for about 10 miles, and then I jumped back on the indoor track for another 4 miles. My goal was not actually mileage, so to speak, but it was more time, and my total time today was 2 hours, 15 minutes, and a few seconds change, just cause. Anyway, just shy of 16 miles actually is what it turned out to be, like 15.69 miles or something like that. Anyway, got it done. But the highlight of that was I stepped way out of my comfort zone. And I think I mentioned in a previous video, I ordered some new shoes. Well, I didn't order Hoka 1-1s. I know, amazing. I've been a hardcore Hoka 1-1 guy since I started running, starting with the Arahi and eventually shifting over to the Gaviota, and been through several incarnations of both shoe. But one of the problems I've been having is the toe box on the both the Arahi and the Gaviota have seemed to me to be shrinking. I noticed it first when I ordered a set of Arahis because I was going to be doing a lot of like 5K races, and I wanted a slightly lighter, more race-friendly shoe, and the Arahi is a little lighter and a little more streamlined than the Gaviota. The Gaviota is just a big marshmallow you wear on your foot, and it really does suck up the damage from pounding pavement, especially if you're really hitting those heavy, fast paces and long distance. But it's a heavier shoe, and it does reflect if you're doing like your short game runs. I was never able to match my 5K speeds in the Gaviotas that I had with the Arahis, and I was okay with that because I was running marathons, and there was much less need for me to be running, trying to, run 6:10 or 6:15 miles for multiple miles. That's unsustainable for me, much past a 5-10K. Those speeds just I'm just not capable of yet. I mean, that's something I'm working on, but not something I can't do yet. In any case, it's after the holidays, and nobody wants to spend money they don't have to, but I did need a pair of shoes. All of my running shoes are well past their service life, and I even put screws in one pair to use in a race and run on the icy road. So that being said, I basically went to a shoe finder at one of the online retailers, and I just typed in the things I was looking for. And it popped up like 3 shoes. One of them was, strangely enough, a stability shoe. I wanted a little bit more stability, but this was in the moderate range. And it also came in an extra wide width, so I was very excited about that. My feet have had significant damage done to them, and they just ugly. I don't even want to, I can't even play that. My feet are just hideous elephant pod things. I'm embarrassed not to wear shoes. Or if you see me walking around in like my post-race, recovery shoes, I always have socks on. I just don't like my feet hanging out. Anyway, I ordered the shoes. I was concerned the sizes. You kind of have to guess a little bit on because you can't really measure it. I did the old drew an outline of my foot, measured it with a tape measure, looked at the size chart, and this bargain pair of shoes was in my size. Normally I wear like an 11.5 in a Hoka, but for years I wore 10.5 New Balance just as my everyday walking around, wearing to work, after work shoe, just going out on town shoe type thing. So when it came up that the shoe was a 10.5, I was like, well, that makes kind of a lot of sense, but I was still a little nervous. Anyway, I ordered the shoe and it came in, tried it on. It made me scratch my head a little bit because it felt weird. This shoe weighs like nothing. It's like super duper light. Also, it fits like a sock, less so like a shoe. It really feels like it's just sort of kind of stretched around my foot, which is very comfortable. In a more rugged shoe, it would probably be uncomfortable, but in this kind of material, it actually feels very right. The arthritis in my right foot was not bothered at all by it, although the swelling from the arthritis really made me recognize that there was a different sort of insert with the gel type insert, and it really got my attention, so I had to kind of pay attention to that. Again, not COVID, just from my run today. I've got a little leftover cough here. Anyway, I ordered the shoes. They came in really fast, and I took them out for a test run today. I was amazed. I tried a variety of paces, from ultra slow, like 5 mile an hour, on the treadmill. I did just a few sprints in the midst of a 4 mile run on the indoor track. Very reactive shoe. I was not used to having my foot feel that light, so it'll take a little getting used to. Anyway, the shoe was in the bargain basement. It was in the clearance aisle, and I'm not a proud man when it comes to buying something, especially if it's going to save me $60, and it did. I ordered the Asics GT-2009. That's a Asics GT-2000 space number 9. Anyway, I'm impressed with the shoe. It had some, it took a little getting used to, and probably going to take a little bit more getting used to. I've seen some mixed reviews on how long the shoe should last. I like about 400 miles. I think I'd probably be lucky if I squeeze about 3 out of it, but we'll see on that. Which is okay, because it's an interim shoe between for the last month or so of training, or not quite 2 months of my marathon training, and I will be getting a new pair of shoes for the marathon itself. That will very likely be a similar pair of this, maybe the next iteration of the GT-2000, if that's the case. Anyway, just wanted to let you know what was going on with that. I don't know if I would ever, if I would be a reliable person to take my recommendation on shoes, so I won't even bother doing it. The things I can tell you are it was a bargain. Excuse me. It was a bargain price at about $109 for a stability shoe, a moderate stability shoe, not just like a light stability. It was a moderate stability shoe with extra wide width, and that's just hard to find. It really is. I've been to many different shoe shops, and specialty shoe shops will have them, and but it's not something super common. I did have to settle for black on black, but I've had to do that with Gaviotas in the past because evidently overpronators worldwide have no fashion sense. What you going to do? Anyway, thanks a lot for watching, guys. I appreciate it. Hope you have a great day, and always remember, run angry, my friends.